All of these relevant questions are coming too early. I think that is where, why this denial is important. I mean, in 2012, the president did say that, please let me concentrate and deliver the dividends of, of my mandate. And then in 2014, finally, after lots of prodding, Mr. President, are you contesting for 2015? Are you going to be running in 2015? And, he was pestered constantly. He said, I would decide or I would make known my stance in 2014. But it would seem that, the race, the politics has begun already even before we enter 2013. And some people are saying that it's not so much as answering the questions, but is this the appropriate time to concentrate on politicking?
Oh, but in Nigeria, it is the same trend. There's no pretense about this. They start even the politicking of their next election from the day of their swearing in. Most of the, except those who are already in their second term and don't have the opportunity of chances of extending or elongating their stay in office. They started politicking. And like I said, it is about the assessment. 2014, who is going to wait till then to start lobbying, even people have started saying the president should run in 2015. Even politicians have started saying that, both within the PDP, both outside the PDP, even from ethnic agenda gatherings, they've started saying President Jonathan should go. The people, his associate aides are already saying the president has the right to contest in 2015.
Mr. Suraj, it's absolutely, in many cases, we hear the people who say that that's absolutely normal, even outside our own country. I mean, if you watch other democracies, whatever the president does, whatever the actions he takes, they even analyze it in terms of if a decision is taken, is this in support of his second term, or will it affect him adversely if he decides to run a second time? But should it be so brazen?
Wow, because the unfortunate thing is, because they don't have, like I said, enough indices to measure their performance in office. They really don't believe in people assessing and genuinely voting for them based on their performance in office. Okay, let me just make another instance before I go to the international, like you rightly mentioned. This is Nigeria. You have instances where at least we have a governor where we don't even know where he is. We don't know his whereabouts. We have governors who are in sick beds and in hospital. You don't even know their status. All you will get is, oh, he's very fine, he's very good, he's doing okay, he's carrying the twins, he's doing this. But look at when recently the Secretary of State in the United States was admitted. It was on CNN. For what? Hugo Chavez is suffering from complex arising from his cancer treatment. He's there. The vice president came to tell the country that they should pray for him. Isn't this? But in Nigeria, you would never hear the truth of the state of any of our elected government officials.
The question is why? Why?
Yeah,
is it because our politics is particularly complex, or is it particularly different?
Because people are not really into office sensitive to actually go and deliver on the mandate on which they actually rose to those offices. People are there, and that is what you can see in many of them. They see public office as if it is their private property. And you don't go to public office and conduct yourself and say, no, this is my private affairs. No, but they see many times, once they get into office. And that is where they use everything possible to either surround themselves while they are in office. They get all manners of police, SSS, military, and the rest of them to guard them when they're going around. Okay. And you can't see them pointing out the issues. You would look at, okay, let us look at President Jonathan. He said there will be 0 potholes on the roads come 2012. I heard that. He said that. There will be 4,200 megawatts to guarantee 18 hours of uninterrupted supply of electricity in Nigeria from 2015.
Haven't they achieved that already, even in 2012?
In 2000, no, he said in 2000, by December 2012. As at December 2012, I can tell, no, sorry, that was by December 2015, he will be out of office. 2012, By December 2012, there's hardly any household in Nigeria where you will say you get even 10 hours of electricity supply. Where I live, where I come from, we do 1 day on, 1 day off.
Really?
Yeah, 1 day off, but nothing like electricity. one day on, you get an average of 6 hours. I mean, which is rationed from either 6 a.m. to...
Even when they said there was an increase, an improvement?
Well, I've not seen that. I've only heard it from Labaramaku that Nigerians are now enjoying 18 hours. And I'm sure Channels TV would also be able to... They should show us, even with Aso Rock, the budget they presented to the National Assembly for diesel purchase does not reflect even their own aspiration that by 2015, they will cut the supply of diesel by 50%.
Let's get your thoughts about this in context properly. Is it that you have... What do you have? What's the issue with the posters that have emerged that you think it should not be, or that they know about it?
No, that is what the critical issues for us, and that takes us back to where Maokwe was actually asking, why do we have the Nigerian leaders also operating as if we are completely in a different world? The fact is, it is completely unnecessary to come up with all these denials that you will only end up at the end of the day to see, because they believe Nigerians suffer some measure of amnesia and would have forgotten that they came on air to deny it.
What if the denial is the truth?
Well, let's wait and see. It's never been, but let's wait and see if this is going to be different.
Do you think it was an experiment to gauge what the people...
That is the idea. It is very simple. It is very clear. They want to see how Nigerians are going to respond to this, how the media are going to take this. But for us, at least for us, the point is to assist them in determining who to reach out to, where the oppositions are going to come from so that they can start reaching out to them, where the supports are going to come from so that they can try to start encouraging them to do more of that. But the most important thing is, for those who are doing it, for us, it is fine. Allow it to go. Under the law, they've violated nothing. For those who would come out from tomorrow, either they do billboards, they do posters, they go to court, they want to protest and say, no, we don't want bad governance to continue come 2015.
But is this assessment, is it not just a distraction? Some people have said that, yesterday we did post a question on Twitter, and a host of people did not think that the president was involved in this. Some people said that this is just a distraction because this is just 2013, and he insists that he wants to concentrate on development.
No, the distraction, if the president would also admit that this is distraction, then it is very unfortunate for Nigeria. I mean, the distraction that they're pasting posters that some people says run come 2015. How does it distract you?
It's a distraction because
from putting the hospitals in Nigeria in shape, from putting the roads in Nigeria in shape, from supplying electricity, from providing waters for Nigeria.
Mr. Suraj,
how does it distract anybody?
When something becomes...
It's very simple. For a focused person, for a focused president, for a focused government, that is just mere issues that Nigerians should deal with.
Mr. Suraj, when something becomes a talking point, it's making headlines, it's in the news, it's something that Nigerians are beginning to talk about in a politically sensitive environment. In a sense, we all know the circumstances under which the president came into office. We also know what the politics might be in 2015 in a sensitive environment such as this. Do you think that the presidency honestly would do this and later on come out to deny it?
No, we've seen situations and things that were denied, that were done, were denied, were also affirmed.
Present with this government?
With this government.
For instance?
For instance, the Malabu thing. I mean, the road, the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, that was also cancelled by the government, and they said they were not cancelling, and they said, no, they have cancelled. You've had situations where Ruben Abati also came on board to say, no, the first lady is not sick, and the president had to come out and say during the media chat and say, yeah, the woman was sick, and she's actually recuperating. You've seen situations of affirmation, reaffirmation, denials, and so it is not going to be the first time that you're going to hear that from this current government. So it is not even linking it to the past government, but even the current government. But for us, when we want to set the agenda, is to put the government, if the government is so confused that it can be distracted by mere pasting of posters of 2000, then we need to get the government back on track.
You think they're distracted?
No, that is what you said it now. That it's already a politically sensitive situation, and it distracts the government.